Well, can't let it go any days without trying to get this vlog going. So, vlog number 2. I've been listening to a lot of different types of podcasts. One specifically called Weekends by Roberto Nixon and King Calloway. They're super inspiring. I listen to them because they always like to shout out who they feel is super up and coming creators who are making a dent online, and I enjoy that kind of stuff. But one of the creators they spoke about once was this guy Zach Pograb, I believe his name is, and I think he's actually from Long Island too. But what I'm seeing is a lot of these new creators are like, and these really popular guys are super into running. And last year I got super into running, and not like obsessed, but to talk about the word obsessed, that's what this kid Zach Pograb, his like shtick is obsession. And I've been trying to like think about what my obsession has been over the last few years to really like figure out who I am and where I want to go with what I love doing. And like, I love running, but I think what it's not, I'm not obsessed with running, but what I love about running is how it makes me feel after, and the clarity that I get from it. So I don't think it's running, but what I've been obsessed with has been my house, which a lot of people would say yes, and anyone who is close to me would know that. So my obsession over the last 5 years has been to finish my house, but really that has turned into an obsession for design and understanding how that works with all the details and intricacies of design. So again, through that Weekends pod and following these guys, they like mentioned a few other guys and these young kids who are really got a grasp on like who they are and what they want to do with their lives, and they're like so good with it, and it's super inspiring. And I hear, clients talk to me, and I have clients who are major CEOs of companies, and they talk so highly of me, and it's a nice thing. And I think they're one I think they're being nice. 2, I know they're right because I have the confidence in what they're saying, and I think it's true. And more recently, last week, one of my clients had said to me that I'm missing my calling, and what he means by that is he's a client who I referred the architect and designer for this major, huge house down in Florida. And whenever it comes to questions on the house or architecture and design of it, I'm always kind of that person to bounce things off of because I know a lot about it. Or you should do this, you should do that, you should check these people out, look at this house. And he sees what I do at my house and the detail of it and how much I care. And, you know, long story short, he kind of like built me up a little bit last week by telling me I'm missing my calling because of how good I am at like the design of it, the construction, the building. He's like, the people that I pay tons of money up here on Long Island to like go around and like sell these extensions or these new homes, these new constructions to all these super rich people up here. He's like, you're like them, but you're better because you know how to talk to difficult people. Like, you do that all the time. You have great conversations. You're way more interesting, and it's but at the same time, you know all the construction aspect, you know the design features and like what will look good here and what will look good there. And like, he just kind of went on for a couple minutes and it felt awesome. But then it kind of sparked this like sadness feeling where it made me feel like I wasn't where I'm supposed to be. And shit, I've been training, being a health coach and personal trainer for over a decade now, and I'm doing really well, but it made me feel a little sad because there is points in time where I feel stagnant. And don't get me wrong, like, I enjoy the sessions and I enjoy my clients and I love having clients hit goals and seeing progress and weight loss and all that. But he's right, because deep down inside I feel like there's more to me and I'm like destined to be more. So I want to circle back to the Zach Progrob thing about obsession, is that I know I'm obsessed with that. And I know I love personal training and coaching. And now I'm seeing through these certain podcasts that I'm listening to, I'm seeing these different people who are like, who like know so well what they want to do and what they're doing, and they're already doing it at such young ages and so successful, and like creating products and selling out and this and that. But it's just inspiring, so it makes me want to do it. And I'm not sure exactly if that's my calling, but it's worth a try. And like I said last episode, I want to give it some effort. I want to give it a lot of effort. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue to keep coaching, helping my clients get new clients, keep charging more. Every new client, charge more, to where the session number can come down per week. I can spend more time with my family. I can spend more time designing. Just got introduced to another extremely decorated design firm, so hopefully be working with them soon, which just kind of opens doors for more high net worth individuals to work with me. So it's exciting. This field is not something where things happen quick. it's a long, slow paced process, but I feel like I'm on the right track, and I'm gonna keep chugging forward. So yeah, I guess on the health front, when it comes to kind of giving some tips and tricks, if we move over to that kind of category, kind of feels like it's weird because like it's two completely different things, but one and the same for me. That's who I am. Like design, fitness, parenting, all together. So I'm just gonna keep going with it. So we have been trying for quite some time to get our daughter to sleep through the night, and she gets better, and there's a step back and a tough night, and then we have great nights, but it's been about 6 months since we really slept through the night, especially with our new baby boy Chase. But it's just funny how things work. Is there's points in time I'm jumping in a dirt ditch to turn a lever to like mess with the heat in the middle of the night in the freezing cold rain, to just like jump again like chest high up back into the house to close a door. I used to have to fucking do that, and now we have like the most high-end version of heat, which is radiant heat in the floor, and it works too well that like even barely putting the heat on, it's like boiling the house. So, which is good, it's super efficient. But right now our daughter is sleeping on the floor with obviously on a mattress, but like her mattress is on the floor, and it's like heating the mattress a little bit too much, and she runs hot like me. I'm like, I need to be freezing at night. So I think that's like affecting it. But on the tired front, this is kind of where I'm setting the stage for, I always feel tired now as a parent, and I think that's normal. But if I circle this all the way back to the beginning, talking about running, I just saw Dr. Rhonda Patrick come out with her saying that running is very similar to taking antidepressants. And if I think about the hundreds of miles I ran last year, boy, is she right. It's something that just makes you feel so much better. And I always say this to my clients, and I say this to my wife, is that like I fell in love with it because it gave me so much clarity. And it's not like you're setting out there to think about a certain specific thing when you're going for a run, but it's just, you go for a run, you might think about whatever, but at the end of it you just feel better, and it's almost like it's a cleanse over your brain, and you have that clarity, and you have that understanding of like which direction to go. And you know, she said that study. The other study that she said was, it's proven that those who are tired, who force themselves to work out or run, their body doesn't take a notch off, and they don't get affected by being tired as bad as if they didn't run or work out. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically, like, you won't keep getting, your body doesn't take a hit all day every day from being tired from not sleeping at night if you combat that with a workout. And it's the hardest fucking thing to do, is do the very thing that makes you more tired, or you would think that makes you more tired, but it's the opposite. It's by forcing and breaking through that barrier, it gives you more energy. It's mind-blowing, but that's what it does. And unfortunately, that feeling after, that energy, like that high, that dopamine hit, you forget about it like the next day, and you fall victim to making that decision to break through that barrier or not break through the barrier of going to work out or not. And I just have to think back to last year and all the workouts that I did building up to having Chase, knowing how much energy, how happy I was, how much clarity I had, just how much strength I felt I had, how much confidence I had. All of that came from doing it. And the further away you get from actually doing those things, the harder and harder it is to get back to it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you gotta keep those days of doing things, doing workouts, running, as close as you can together before it starts getting to be a week or 2 weeks. And I could see it, parents. I really could. I could see how a fucking decade could go by. Because as embarrassing it is to say, my first true almost 8-9 years post-college, the last fucking thing I wanted to do was work out when I was at a gym all fucking day training. Because I just needed to sit down and take a load off. But it can happen just like that, and like years go by without working out, and you fall into that deep depression of like, you know you should be doing it and you're not doing it, and your health just keeps dwindling away. So get to it. Vlog number 2. Tried. We'll see where that goes. Until next time, peace.